HCA is a leading U.S. hospital group founded in the 1960s and headquartered in Nashville, Tennessee.
Right, so we're going to talk about this one because it is the largest of the U.S. companies. Not as big as you might expect given the size of the U.S. healthcare sector. That's because there's lots of privately owned and charity-owned hospitals over there. But certainly a big player and an interesting one because it has benefited, as JP just said, from an expanding coverage and might now experience a bit of a retraction if elements of that are withdrawn.
And it has grown through acquisition to own 165 hospitals and 115 surgery centers in the US and the UK.
Market cap there, 27 billion rand.
Just over $27 billion, price to earnings ratio of 11 and no dividend yield. Shall we look at the share price graph?
Why not? Yes. So right at the end there you can see on the day of the election it basically fell from about $80 down to about its current level of 69. That's quite a sharp retraction.
$80 to 69. JP, buying opportunity?
I think it could be. First of all, this company, about half the operations are in the US, half in the UK. So you firstly have a hedge there. And then secondly, if you look at where they have expanded or their exposure in the different states within the United States, they're not exposed to those areas where actually there was very low coverage and therefore the benefit of Medicare. They're more in the cities, which already had quite high coverage. So the impact on them should be a lot less than their competitors.
And of course, the broader theme here is that healthcare is defensive in nature.
Yes, and it's also that as globally people get richer, they have more health insurance, which is one element, but they also have more money saved in order to spend on healthcare. Because of therapies which keep you alive longer, people end up in hospital and die in hospitals in a very expensive fashion. I'm being slightly blunt about it here. But the chances are that the vast majority of people alive today will die in hospitals undergoing some expensive procedure.
Well, that certainly gives some context, even if it is a little morbid, to the conversation. JP, anything else we need to add to HCA?
Well, just to touch on what Paul has said, I think the global trend towards healthcare, towards aging, towards more people spending a larger portion of their wealth on medical expenses is very good for HCA and other companies like it. The key here is the specifics regarding a possible repeal of Obamacare, and this company is more defensive than their competitors, so I actually do see an opportunity below $70.
So you would go, if there's further sell-off that relates to Obamacare and whether that gets scrapped by Trump effectively, then this is one you would actually buy into? Yes,
it's got higher debt levels than their competitors, which also that's why they're not paying a dividend, but they might pay a dividend very soon. So it is for me one that is well positioned, and if you're going to take a bet that actually Obama is a medical solution for the country, because they do need a solution for their high cost of medical aid, won't be scrapped completely by Trump. It was a lot of rhetoric. Then they are well placed, and then it is an opportunity below $70.
He's already said, Trump has, in the 60-minute interview, although it's very early and to make major investment decisions based on what's been said so far is dangerous. But he's already said, but you know, there are elements of it that we might look at. So I think there's going to be
he's not going to scrap it in totality. He's already retreating on those statements.
Yeah, exactly. So there's going to be some changes for sure, but I think some of the elements of the pro-poor coverage that's extended, because it compels health insurers to be active in that end of the market, I think a lot of that stays. So
well, let's call it hot or not.
I say hot.
Hot?
Hot. I think you've got to be quite brave to jump in here with stocks moving up and down by 10% in one given week, but hot.
Are any of your clients exposed to it?
No, I actually owned some myself some time ago, but I took the value that was in that position to position somewhere else in the healthcare sector.